Hello everybody! Long time no see. So let's just dive into the video because I have no time to lose. As some of you may or may not know, I am a self-declared fangirl, and that means I do spend some time on Tumblr. And this video is going to be about my OTP. If you don't know what OTP means, which is totally fine and normal, it means one true pairing. A couple that you root for so much, you feel their love, you understand what I want to say, hopefully. Otherwise, there's always Google. I do have quite a few. I've made a list, and they're from TV series, real life, historical figures, books even. Quick thing, this video might contain spoilers if you don't know the ending to some books, movies, TV series, stuff like that. Anyway, let's get straight into it. One I've written here is from my favorite TV show, Downton Abbey, and they're Lady Mary Crawley and Mr. Matthew Crawley. I think this is my reaction after I will read, this will be my reaction after I read every single one of those pairings, because I love them all so much. But I especially love this couple because I strongly identify with Mary. I don't know if that's correct, but I feel like we are alike in a lot of ways, myself and Mary, and I feel like watching this sort of made me realize what kind of, this sounds really weird, but what kind of men I should be looking for in the future, because they are perfect together. You should really watch this TV show, by the way, especially if you're a fan of period drama. Miss Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice, both the TV series from 1995 and the book. Ellie and Noah from The Notebook. Yeah, you know it. Every girl feels the same way as I do about this one. Sorry for being so basic. Camille and Frank from Ensemble C'est Tout. This is not a very popular book, I feel. It's a French, it's written in French. I forget the name of the author, but I will write it down here. And it's a really great book. It's about friendship and love. And what I've mostly taken out of it is that you don't have to be at all similar to a person for your relationship to work. You just need to love them and be loved back. And that was like an extraordinary message for me. This is actually a historical pairing, and I've started liking those two when I watched the movie Elizabeth, I think it was called. And I'm talking about Queen Elizabeth I and Sir Robert Dudley, which was like her longest lover. Like, their story does not have a happy ending. They at some point stop seeing each other, and she doesn't marry anyone anyway. She says she's married to Britain, and I think that it's really sad, but I really like them as a couple, and I could feel their love for the screen and for reading about them, like the real life people, because those two did exist, obviously. Bass and Blair Waldorf from Gossip Girl. I also found myself in Blair's character as I did in Mary's, because they're both sort of mean, but then they're nice. I don't know how to explain it, but I did find myself in her character as well, and I do think that this sort of consuming love that Chuck and Blair have is something that I always root for. Now, James VI of Scots and First of England, and George Villiers, I don't know, probably it's a French name, so I probably read it wrong, the Duke of Buckingham. So yeah, breaking news, James VI of Scots was actually gay, and he did have a string of lovers, but this was the longest term relationship he had. One quite iconic one is Harry Styles and Louis Tomlinson, which I bet like every single person on this planet ships. No, I'm just kidding, but it would be too long to go into. Scarlett O'Hara and Rhett Butler from Gone with the Wind, the book. I have finished the book in November, no, in December, and it's the last good book that I've read. Like, can you imagine how sad I am because I've not read like a good book in 4 months, literally. I did really enjoy this. It was a consuming love. It did not have a happy ending, but it did have a hopeful ending. So the next one is Ian Gallagher and Mika Malkovich. I want them to be endgame so bad. I want them to get back together. They're from the show Shameless, which is another incredible TV series. You need to watch it, honestly. Season 7 will be starting soon, but there are only 12 episodes in every single season. And Ian and Mickey are not the biggest characters, but everything that happens on the show is really fun. It's really entertaining. Then there's a real-life couple, Daniel Preda and Joey Graceffa. Joey Graceffa is a YouTuber, and Daniel Preda, much to my surprise, is actually Romanian. Then there's Brian Kinney. This is the last one, by the way. Brian Kinney and Justin Taylor from Queer as Folk. And this is actually quite funny because I do not watch this TV series. I have just stumbled upon some videos of them, some fan videos, some scenes and so on, and I really want to start watching, especially for them. Quick cheeky traditional thanks to my friends Julia and Mickey for this shirt. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video OTP thing. See you soon. Bye. Do you know that moment when you feel like you look really good and you don't want to stop filming? Like you just want to have hours and hours of yourself just staring at the camera and being like,